2.4, choosing a sample size. Question A. From the population of 100 students in problem 2.3, select another random sample of 5 students using the method on your calculator. If you need to review how to do that, go back to video 2.3 and find that on there. It's going to be math, scroll over 3 times to probability, set the random numbers from 1, 100, close the bracket, and hit enter to start generating your numbers. Record the number of movies watched and the number of hours slept for each student. So you're doing this for a random sample of 5 and then another random sample of 10 students. So you'll have 5 students and then 10 students. Okay. Students within each sample should be different, so you have to have 5 different numbers and then 10 different numbers. It doesn't matter if you have the same number in both samples. So if you have student number 72 in your 5 students and in your 10 students, that's fine. So go ahead, pause the video, and answer that question. Get those all down in your notebook. So you should have 15 students written down in your notebooks, and their sleeping and movie watching numbers. Question B, use the samples in question A and the sample of 30 students from problem 2.3 to find the mean and median numbers of movies watched and the mean and median numbers of hours of sleep. Okay, so go back to your 30 students, find the mean and median of the movies watched and hours they slept. For your sample of 5 students, find those 2 measures of center, and for the 10 students, find those 2 measures of center. Okay, and then record the means and medians in the class chart. I will have up on my computer this Excel sheet, so you should have a mean from set 5, a mean from set 10, and a mean from the 30, a median from each set as well. So you'll record those up here. We should have the whole class getting their data up there. Okay. Then you're going to use the class data. So if not everyone's done, you might need to pause here and check in with me, and I have an investigation for you to be working on after this, and we can come back to this problem when everyone is done with this investigation. But if you're here now, then use the class data about the mean number of movies watched for each sample size, and you're going to make a line plot of the distribution. So you'll have 3 line plots for the means. So you're going to describe the variability in each distribution. Okay, so you should have a line plot for the means of the sample size 5, the means of sample size 10, and the means of sample size 30. Okay. Then it tells you here that the actual mean of the 100 students was 4. Okay, so now how does that compare to our class means? You're asked to write a paragraph describing how well the means for the different sample sizes predicted the means from the population. So talk about the sample size 5, 10, and 30. How did they compare to the actual mean, which was 4? Okay, if you need some help with that question, check in with me. Question D asks you to use the medians from each sample size, and you're going to make more line plots. Okay, so now you should have a line plot for the medians from sample size 5, the medians of sample size 10, and the medians of sample size 30 to answer this question. Okay, so you have 3 more line plots, and then again the actual median is 3, so the actual middle number is 3 out of those 100 students. You're asked to write a paragraph describing how each sample size predicted the mean. Okay, so this will help us to know how important it is to have the right size of a sample size. So did you get a similar number with a sample size 5 or sample size 10 or sample size 30? When you're done with this investigation, check in with me, and I have an investigation to go further here.